Why are you conflating Jewishness with the Israeli state?
I used to be quite anti-Semitic. I used to think that the Jews run everything.
I think that's Wiley. I'm here in London's East End. Around me is Brick Lane, where at one time the streets would be bustling with London's Jewish community. And not far was the Battle of Cable Street, where Jews and their allies stood firm against fascists. So I'm back to see if the people of East London still stand against anti-Semitism. You're actually a resident around these parts?
Yes.
And would you say you stand against anti-Semitism?
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Never used to. I used to think, actually, I used to be quite anti-Semitic. I used to think that the Jews run everything. But since this thing's happened, I realised how wrong I was.
What thing is that?
This blown up in the Middle East and so on, yeah.
Do you stand against anti-Semitism?
I do very much so, yes. Of course I do. I think it's pretty disgusting thing, you know, like everyone should be treated the same.
Do you stand against anti-Semitism?
Yeah.
Have you sort of been aware of the rise in anti-Semitism as of late?
I've read about it, yes, I have. It's very disturbing.
I used to think the Jews run a lot of things, were in charge of things, you know, the usual tropes that people come up with. And I actually did believe that. So when this thing happened with Israel, I thought, well, everyone would be for Israel's side, especially after what this horrific thing he went through. And I could not believe what I was reading. Yeah. I could not believe it. I still can't believe it.
Would you call someone who compares the situation in Gaza to what happened in the Warsaw Ghetto, would you consider that anti-Semitic?
I would say that comparison, whether knowingly or not, is an anti-Semitic comparison.
Why?
Because you're taking what's happening with Israel and Gaza and you're comparing it to the Holocaust. And in this sort of comparison, Israel would be the Nazis and the Gazans would be the Jews. 6 million Jews were exterminated. The Nazis targeted Jews based on the fact that they were Jewish ethnically. And Israel...
And that's never happened before in history.
Well, I'm saying that's not what's happening in Gaza. It's a different set of circumstances.
What's different about it?
Well, the difference would be that Israel is in a war with Hamas, and the Nazis weren't in a war with Jews.
I wholeheartedly stand against anti-Semitism. I stand against any form of hatred based on any kind of nonsensical sectarian concept of spirituality.
In Australia, is anti-Semitism a concern for you?
Yeah, it's a huge concern. I think that people are targeting Jewish businesses, schools. People feel threatened, scared to say who they are. Being Jewish, it's horrifying and scary, and it feels like, it seems unfair, but it doesn't seem like it's going to come to an end, really. It's a huge concern.
We're talking to people about anti-Semitism right now. Is that something you're concerned about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with everything in the political climate going on, it's been definitely a little bit nervous for fellow Jews out there. I mean, just recently, 5 minutes ago, I was hiding my star, but I feel more comfortable to pull it out with everyone here. But yeah, rising anti-Semitism is definitely a... I
think that's Wiley, and I'm not going to ask him what he thinks. I think we already know what he thinks about anti-Semitism.
Why did Hitler hate you? For nothing?
Are you aware that anti-Semitism is quite high right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Where did you, how do you know this? Do you have Jewish friends? Is it something you read?
A lot online.
A lot online?
Yeah, there's a lot going on, obviously.
Yeah.
Just everywhere you scroll at the moment, it's kind of stuff about anti-Semitism.
So you're not Jewish, I take it. So
no.
As someone who isn't Jewish and you're hearing that there's a lot about anti-Semitism, how does that make you feel?
It's obviously quite sad. But yeah, it's difficult to see, to be fair, because you don't want any culture or people getting hated on, really. So yeah.
A woman was sitting down, and another woman basically comes up and throws her food over her, and it's a very well-known kosher restaurant. There was another incident where a visibly Jewish man, he had the sort of Orthodox Jewish dress, so he was being chased while another man yelled "Free Palestine" at him, which doesn't really have anything to do with this man.
Free Palestine. No, come here, boss. Stop. Come here, boss. Come here. Hey, why are you running?
Chants like calling for intifada and from the river to the sea.
What's anti-Semitic about that specifically?
The chant is from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And the sea is the Mediterranean Sea and the river is the Jordan River. And it's saying from here to here, Palestine will be free. But in between those two things, that's Israel. So it's basically saying Israel should be Palestine, like there shouldn't be an Israel.
The political state known as Israel, yes.
Israel is the Jewish homeland.
Why are you conflating Jewishness with the Israeli state?
It is the world's only Jewish state, the way there are Muslim states and Christian states. Is it not fair for Jews to have their own state?
Jews can have their own state if they want to.
From the river to the sea denies the state of Israel.
The political state of Israel.
The country that is called Israel.
With the rise of the Free Palestine movement, there's definitely been an increase in anti-Semitism that the Jewish people can feel. So it's definitely a little bit concerning for us, I think. You know, with everything going on in the political climate, it's definitely a scary situation that's been going on.
Why cannot the Jews, a small nation, be the only people on this earth not to have their own land? And hasn't it proved that anti-Semitism going all over Europe? Doesn't it prove to you that they must have their own land? And I think if the Jews are destroyed by Islamists, then the next one will be the Christians. No doubt about it.
If there was a march against anti-Semitism, would you consider joining?
Yes, is it right now? Let's go.
It's on the 7th of September, and I'd like to invite you to come to our march. If you're free, do you think you might like to come?
I think you might see me there. All people should, you know, if they're standing against this kind of stuff, at least consider coming.
Is this something that you think people should attend?
Yes, of course. Just to show that not everybody in London, or especially Londoners, think this walkway. They don't.
Yeah.
But people are afraid to say. But I'm not afraid because I'm older and, you know, no one would really assault an old lady. But if I was younger, I would be very worried.
I'd like to offer you a flyer.
Thank you very much. I just might do it on the basis of our conversation.
Is that something you might join?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would encourage my fellow Jews as well to join. I think every Jew is a little bit scared sometimes to join up and talk, but I think it's important for us as people to get involved and to do things like that. Whatever risks are involved, I think it's important to stand up and, you know, be proud of who we are.
If there was a march against anti-Semitism, is that something that you would consider joining?
I've got to go. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
So there you have it. Some unequivocally stand against anti-Semitism. Others, less so. On the 7th of September, we will be holding Britain's March Against Anti-Semitism in central London. I hope to see you there. To sign up, go to antisemitism.org/march.